Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, has been coming out swinging big time at Tesla lately. Now, it wasn't long ago that he was singing Tesla's praises, saying how much of an amazing job that Elon Musk was doing for the company. Now he's saying that what they've been doing over the past few months shows that they're in trouble, that big problems are coming to Tesla, that their strategy probably isn't a good one. But I think that this is quite an interesting thing to say for a CEO who's probably a little bit under fire right now. What do I mean by that? Well, on average, Tesla's Model Y is selling around 50 to 1 versus the Ford Mustang Mach-E. For good reason. It's 20 to 40% cheaper, depending on which country you're looking at. Here's what Jim Farley had to say. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Musk's price cuts show challenges for Tesla's product strategy. He says that Tesla's best-selling Model Y faces a range of new arrivals in China and other markets. However, the interesting thing is here, it's worth keeping in mind that more of Tesla's cars are sold in North America than any other region in the world. Ford are getting their butts kicked in China big time. Tesla are probably doing a fair bit better in China than Ford are if you look at their actual sales in the first quarter of this year versus the first quarter of last year. I'm not sure if Jim's really in touch with reality lately. I feel like he's been a bit high on something, but I could be wrong. So let's have a look at what he says. You guys let me know what you think about this. I actually really intrigued to hear what you have to say. By the way, you can join our Facebook group if you'd like to. I'll put a link in the description to the group. To do a first post, you have to just make a request because we had all these moronic idiot spammers coming on the group and posting even porn and ridiculous stuff. But anyway, jump on the group. Let us know your opinions on this. Tesla's decision to cut prices to drive up sales volume reflects the pressure it's facing from competition and an aging product lineup, says Jim Farley. Now, Jim is probably not aware that there will be a brand new Model 3 out within about 3 months. It's brand new. There's 20 changes. That's not a refresh. That's a significant overhaul. Model Y is going to have the same overhaul by the end of this year. I'm not convinced that's 100% accurate what Jim's saying, but maybe there's some truth to it, maybe. Ford, he said, would focus on less crowded segments, such as pickups and vans. And I agree with Ford's strategy here. If this was true, I would 100% agree with it. Ford's pickups and vans focus is absolutely what they should do. That makes complete sense, but their production numbers are minuscule. I mean, 10,000 cars in 3 months. They only made 3,300 cars, maybe 3,400 cars per month. I mean, even General Motors made twice that many cars in the United States. That's a bit alarming, especially seeing as Volkswagen, who no one even basically knows they exist in the US, sold just as many EVs in the United States over the past 3 months. I think Jim's probably feeling the pressure here. And he's been doing this kind of thing lately a lot. He said his engineers suck, basically. He said his engineers are not doing, they're not efficient. They're not doing a great job. He's revoked bonuses to his executives in the company. Ford is losing billions, and it's losing around 20,000 for every single EV it sells. So you can really see why Jim is probably not getting a lot of sleep. But Tesla's ability to adjust prices quickly and its reductive focus on squeezing costs out is a competitive advantage, and other automakers would have to follow its lead in cutting prices, Farley said. But Farley did say around a month ago that Ford would not follow Tesla. It would not cut prices of its EVs. Now, F150 has had 4 or 5 price increases over the past year. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? You got more than 200,000 reservations. People will simply keep buying that regardless. So I agree with that strategy there. Mach-E though, well, it's not really selling very well, and I can't see how it will now that it's got all these competitors like the Model Y that's cheaper. Plus, it doesn't qualify for the full incentive in the US. So that's going to make it a harder sell. Tesla's share price dropped almost 10% on Thursday, cutting more than $50 billion from its market value after Elon Musk said the company would discount as needed to drive up demand. Honestly, anyone surprised at this, I do not understand, Farley told reporters, quickly speaking on the sidelines of a charity event on Thursday evening in Detroit. Automotive News says that he said You have to be able to respond quickly to Tesla's strategy. That agility he's building is super important for everyone. So hey, credit here. He's, criticizing them, but he's also giving them some kudos here. And obviously he sees some of the positives that Tesla are doing. And then I think maybe he's being honest and just saying, they only have 2 models. Maybe that's a good point. Farley said Ford was moving quickly to have a second generation electric vehicle ready, since the pace of product overhauls is happening far faster with EVs than with internal combustion engine vehicles. Now, in the past, right, companies would spend around 4 or 5 years developing a new gasoline-powered platform, car, etc. Now you've got to be faster because electric vehicle companies are doing it much quicker than that. We used to think we would have a model year, Farley said. Now with Model E, 4 times a year we have a model year, he said in reference to the pace of change for EVs. Musk said this week that Tesla would be able to cut prices now, even potentially to 0 profit, and earn more later on software, maybe service and other features when it has technology available that allows for autonomous driving. Now, I don't think this is realistic. Do you? Let me know if you think that is. I'm a Tesla shareholder. You might be too. I don't really see that Tesla's going to make huge profits from cars they're selling now in the future. But I don't know why that's really necessary. I mean, making no profit now is okay. They have almost no debt. They have more than $20 billion US sitting in the bank. They can get cheap loans. They have very good loan rates. I really don't think it matters if they make no money, because why? Why do I say that? Because no one is making profit. They're all making losses. So if all of your competition is making a loss and you make nothing, you make break even, that seems to me to be fine. To take and keep market share, in fact, to build your company, to grow, sometimes that's necessary. Many analysts, though, are skeptical about that projection. Tesla is readying a new version of the Model Y, codenamed Juniper, also, of course, a new version of the Model 3, but has not disclosed many details on the Y. Since January, Tesla has cut the price of the long-range version of the Model Y by $13,000 in the US market. It's also cut the price by approximately that much in most other countries worldwide, where the Model Y, really sells. However, that's not really truly correct for the Model Y in the United States, because Tesla's only just begun selling its cheapest version of the Model Y, the 4680 powered version with a structural battery pack. Those vehicles are cheaper to produce, they have less range, a smaller battery pack. Therefore, it would make sense for Tesla to price those at a lower price. So I reckon the fair number to go for here would be more like a $10,000 price reduction. Although Tesla pushes frequent software updates to customers, the Model Y has not had a major visible redesign since first deliveries in 2020. I think what he's going to learn is that product freshness matters a lot, Farley said of Musk. Ford's own history has a cautionary note for Elon Musk, says Automotive News in Europe, who appears to be modeling the Tesla playbook on what Henry Ford did, Farley said. Ford drove down costs for the Model T and created a mass market with production innovation. But it failed to respond to customer demands and new competition, with Henry Ford famously insisting the only color available would be black. Black, black, and black, he said, something along those lines. You could have had red or green, but it took them 10 years. Farley said. Well, yeah, he's right. However, I don't think the new Model 3 will take Tesla 10 years. They work at a pretty fast pace. The new Model 3 should be out by the middle of this year. The new Model Y by the end of this year. When those vehicles do come to market, well, I think there's going to be a lot of new demand. Why? To be fair, a lot of people do buy a car simply based on looks. It's superficial, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but the new 3 and the new Y will look substantially better. That's probably one of the biggest changes. A massive improvement in the style of them. A lot of people are saying this, it's not just me, but let me know what you think. Will that change your opinion of the Model 3 or the Model Y if it looks much better? Would you be more likely to buy one? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.